let's go ahead and get started. I hope it kind of brightens up once I get back there, but cool. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Don't mind my pants. I have like lint all over them. I like washed these leggings with like this big puffy sweater, and now there's like all these things all over. So I'm trying to wear them to get it off, but I do know how to do laundry. I just kind of messed up this one thing. Nobody told me you can't wash a fluffy sweater with the rest of your clothes, so I learned about this. Where are we gonna start? I say we start tomorrow. Let's go ahead and start there and see what it's like. So, okay. So child's pose we go. However you want to take the arms in child's pose. So this is level 2. So just taking kind of what you need to do in your own practice. You can definitely follow along with me and do what we're doing, but when it comes to like the little stretches or have anything that you can add in between, go for it. Maybe taking down dog a little differently. Personalize your practice. So as we come all the way back, we're just stretching the fingertips forward. We're dropping the forehead. And then maybe flipping the palms up, you can kind of roll the wrists left to right, just kind of giving them a little bit of a stretch. You can do that too. Maybe rolling the shoulders in a little bit of a circle. And then maybe opening up the knees up a little bit more, sinking yourself down a little bit lower, maybe coming onto one ear or the other, looking to the left or looking to the right. And then once it feels okay, starting to very slowly take the arms all the way back, maybe finding a bind, intertwining the fingers, stretching the knuckles back, sending the shoulder blades together. Open up the front of the chest just a little bit as you pull the shoulders back. Maybe taking them from side to side, left to right. Maybe bend the elbows. Maybe take the fingertips on the back. But that's the same thing. And then we're going to take a little side bend to each side so the arms can come back forward, make their way all the way to the left. And then keeping everything low, taking that side bend over to the other side. And then coming all the way back to the center, this time staying on the fingertips and almost feeling like you're taking the fronts of the palms and pulling them forward. It'll just kind of pull you out to the front a little bit more. The ears are almost in line with the arms. You can untuck the toes and sink the chest low. And you can do a little bit of stretch through the underarms. And then rolling all the way forward to tabletop. So we'll slide your hands back, we'll come onto the knees, and you're gonna tuck the toes. And then just kind of pull the hips back so you're just stretching the bottoms of the feet a little bit. So you're pressing the balls of the feet into the ground. It's just like a little micro stretch. All right, and then taking a few cat-cows, we'll round the back, come into cat. Shake the head out, maybe shake the hips, take it side to side as you're reaching the shoulder blades all the way up towards the sky. And then taking it forward for cow, inhale a little bend in the elbows. Maybe same thing with the hips and the shoulders this time, side to side. And then just going back and forth, taking that little flow from cat-cow, however you need to do it. Two more pairs. And as you come back to that regular spine and regular tabletop, we're going to extend the left leg all the way back and roll out the ankle, with the toe, flex the foot. And then the left foot is going to step to the outside of the left hand, all the way up there, maybe kind of open up a little bit wider with the hands and with the leg. And then to find a little bit more stability here, the right knee can kind of open up to the right. And you're just going to take some big hip circles. So the toes are going to lift up off the floor. So you kind of roll your way around. Take two more circles. And then as you slide the hands back a little bit, so they come under the shoulders again, the left foot and left leg is going to reach out to the left. You can drop the whole foot, maybe the toes face the front. You're going to tuck the right toes and then reach the arms all the way out in front, just like a puppy, with that leg extended out to the side. So pulling the low belly up, maybe even pulling the chest up, taking that couple extra inches, kind of flattening the back and pulling the hips back up and you. And getting a little bit of a twist, so the hands will come back under the shoulders. Left hand stays down, right arm lifts all the way up towards the side. And then dropping that right hand, left knee pulls in, right leg extends back to the other side, so rolling out the ankle. And then that right foot is going to step to the outside of the right hand, but the hands are going to come forward just to get a little bigger of a circle. Left knee out to the left a little bit if you need it. And taking the circle with the hips. Two more. Last circle. And then you should take the hands back a little bit. The right leg is going to extend out to the right a little bit. And then the hands are coming all the way forward for that little pose. Drawing the hands back, you're going to keep the right hand down, and we're going to lift the left arm up towards the sky. Really kind of digging into that outer edge of that right foot, getting a little bit bigger of a spin, and then coming all the way back down. Tabletop, take a few cat-cows or hip circles, or hip dips side to side, whatever feels good. All right, and then we're gonna come to stand on the knees. So you're gonna tuck the toes, and then we're gonna maybe take the knees underneath the hips, so that hip distance, and then we're coming all the way up. And then hands are gonna come behind the back. We're not really going into camel pose. We're just gonna kind of lift the chest up. So it's like a little baby, little intro of camel. So the elbows are pulling back, the shoulders are pulling back. We're kind of lifting up, sending the chest forward. And then take one more breath in. Exhale, come to sit on the heels, round the back, pull the shoulders forward, and maybe take the hands on the knees and tuck the chin. Inhale to come back to that little baby camel. Inhale to open up, lift up. Put a little micro arch in the back. Full breath in. And then exhale, hips on the heels, round the back, tuck the chin, hands on the knees, round the spine. And we're coming forward and up for down dog. So maybe you want to find plank and then lift the hips up and back for downward facing. And then really pedal out the knees. Find really big stretches coming down through the calves, through the heels. Back should get a little bit of a stretch. All right, and then we're gonna lift the right leg up, bend the knee, flex the foot, reach over to the left side. And then right foot is stepping up in between the hands. We're spinning to the left for that skandasana. So right foot steps forward, spinning to the left, hip to that right heel, and you're in that little bit of a lunge. Maybe kind of a, what's this called? Kind of like moving towards the toes, away from the toes, just stretching the top of the foot. And then a big side bend towards the front of the mat. So the right hand maybe comes off the mat to the front, and then might be balance. Left arm reaches up and over. Trying your best. And then into a 5-pointed star and a forward fold. So you're coming up in the middle. Both feet are facing the left side of the mat and sinking all the way down. Forearms or the hands, or just kind of dangling if the fingers don't touch the floor. Bending one knee, bending the other. And then coming up to a halfway lift, we're gonna find that goddess pose. You're gonna spin the heels in, toes are facing out, hands come on the hips as you come all the way up, and you sink the hips a little bit lower, roll the shoulders a couple times. We're gonna take a bind behind the back and intertwine the fingers and drop the knuckles, pull the chest forward. So it's almost that little intro to camel that we were doing. And then exhale, coming back to the center, hands come on the thighs. We're dropping one shoulder in, dropping the other shoulder in. So one shoulder, maybe it's the right as you look to the left, dropping the left, looking to the right. Keep going. And then find one more side. Back to that goddess pose, into that 5-pointed star, forward fold, and then over to the left foot, skandasana, so lunging towards the left heel, kind of moving away from the toes, towards the toes, getting a stretch on the right foot. And then we're side bending towards the back of the mat. So the left hand maybe comes off the mat, keeping the balance. Right arm up and over. Full breath in. And then exhale back to a 5-pointed star. No goddess, just kind of getting back in the middle to equal everything out. Facing the front of the mat, right foot is going to step back to down dog, and then you're going to take the left leg and 3-legged down dog and get that hip opening and foot flex and stretch on this side. Left foot comes down, and then we're looking at the top of the mat, a couple steps, little hop all the way to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, rising all the way up to standing, taking a big stretch all the way up towards the sky. And then we're coming down to lay on the belly, so you can just get to that forward fold, drop the hands, step the feet back, and then come all the way down. A couple cobras here, so hands under the shoulders. Inhale to pull the elbows back into the sides. It could be a kind of a baby cobra. Want to get a little bit higher? Can. Exhale to roll down. You're going to take it as a flow with the breath. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to roll down. Inhale coming up. Exhale, rolling down. Keep going. Get those shoulders to stay way far away from the bottom of the ears. One more. And then coming all the way down. Take a big full body stretch on the belly. So reach the arms forward. Maybe that same thing that you did in child's pose in the beginning. Kind of get on the fingertips and really stretch the hands and the arms away from the legs, away from the feet. And then up and back for down dog. Coming all the way back. Good. Take some really deep side down dog. So pivot the feet one way, toes face the other. Sink the hips down to one side. To the other side down dog. And then back to the center. Looking forward, a couple steps, little hop all the way to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then rising all the way up, standing. And then taking a couple Suriname star A's. So we'll come in, let's do about 4. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. No need to kind of rush them. Stepping back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, up and back down dog. 3 breaths. Making your way up to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to rise all the way up, standing. Into number 2. Exhale. Halfway lift. Stepping back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Keep it nice and fluid. Deep breaths here. Press through the palms, press down through the heels. And then making your way to the top. Maybe one big step, another big step into that halfway lift. Exhale, coming down. Rising up, we're going for number 3. Tuck the hips underneath, hinge through the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands back, or no, hands down, feet back, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Looking back towards the toes, all the tension out of the neck. Let it go nice and loose. Keep tilting the hips upwards. Last breath here. And then inhale, lunge into the top. Halfway lift. Exhale. Rising up. And we got one more. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Three breaths. And a couple steps, little hop, all the way up to the top. Halfway. Exhale. Rising up. And then left foot is going to step back for crescent lunge. Bend the right knee, step the left foot all the way back. Sink nice and low here. Open up the shoulders a little bit. Really kind of, I call it squeegee, but it's like you're really pressing the toes down. You're using all the kind of energy through the toes. I like to intertwine the fingers and lift up a little bit higher. And then we're going to revolve tie lunge. So just hinge the body forward, the legs stay the same. Left fingertips come down and the right arm lifts all the way up. We're going to a revolved crescent now. So as you come up, you're going to still face the right. Right arm comes behind, left arm comes forward. Really stretch the arms out, drop the shoulders down, nice and wide, like warrior two arms. And then it's like you're taking a little baby reverse. So throw right hand to the back left thigh, or towards it, left arm up and down. Still trying to face the right. Now you're going to open up for warrior two facing the left. So maybe kind of like taking a little spin, opening up to the left side for that warrior two, heel to back arch, and then intertwine the fingers, lift up, get a little bit taller, sink a little bit lower, and then side angle, right forearm, right thigh, left arm moves up and over, and then we're taking it to extended, so we're going to take the right hand actually to the inside now, so right hand down to the inside of that left foot, press that arm into that chin, into that right knee, and then reach that left arm up and over the head. Back up to warrior two to reverse. Coming up, inhale, exhale, take it back behind you. And then cartwheel the hands all the way down. And take that flow. Couple steps, little hop up to the top of the mat. Halfway. Exhale. Rising up, standing. What do we do on the left foot? So step the right foot back to crescent lunge. Whatever you need to do here, take a breath or two. Good. And then you're going to revolved high lunge. So you're going to keep the legs just hinge forward. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts all the way up. Up and keeping that twist for revolved crescent lunge, so you'll still face the left. Coming up, left hand comes behind, right arm comes forward, get a little bit lower, sink into that front foot. And then you're going to that reverse, so left hand to the back right thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Good. You're going to take that little like windmill of the arms, open up to warrior two, facing the right side. Into side angle, left forearm, front left thigh. Right arm over the head, maybe looking up, sinking those top ribs down, bending through that left knee. Extend it so the left hand comes to the inside of that left foot, squeeze that shoulder into that knee, right arm over the head. Inhale to come up to warrior two, exhale to reverse. Exhale. And then cartwheel the hands and take the flow. Excuse me. And then up and back, down dog. And then looking back towards the toes, you're going to widen the feet a little bit and come into Malasana all the way to the back. That was a lot of slow strength. Take 3 more breaths. I just have to close my curtain. Get a little hot. Last one. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take the hands down, take the feet down like a little tabletop. So you're gonna come forward a little bit. And then we're gonna step the right foot into a half split. So right foot steps up. You know how you get there, you just kind of walk yourself back a little bit. Left knee stays over the left hip. And then as you inhale and come all the way up, you're gonna stand on that left knee, hands come on the hips. So you're kind of standing in that half split. Now you're gonna do your best. Maybe if you have blocks, this will be the time to grab them. You're gonna take the right hand behind you. So the right hand comes down towards the ground or down towards that left heel or on the blocks. And then you're gonna lift this left arm up and over the head. Two more breaths. And then coming all the way back up. Left hand can come on the hip to help you up. Coming up is kind of the hardest part. And then you're gonna bend that front knee, come into low lunge, drop the hands, and then shift back to that regular runner stretch. So just kind of dropping the head, dropping the chest towards that right thigh. And then we're coming to pigeon, so we're gonna come forward, right foot to the left hand, right knee to the right hand, coming down. Relaxing the back toes, making sure they're still in line with that left hip, and then coming all the way down. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been in pigeon in like the longest time. I haven't done this one in a little bit. A couple breaths here. Two more. Good, and then you're coming up onto the hands. So you're gonna take the hands kind of to the sides of the mat. You can either stay here, just kind of lifting the chest up, kind of pulling the hip flexors back a little bit so the shoulders stay over hips. If you want, you can bend that back foot or bend that back knee and grab that left foot with the left hand. Maybe you want to take it in both hands, maybe to the ankle. Maybe it's just one hand. The quad stretch is a little bit harder in that right leg that's in pigeon, so it's okay if it doesn't really happen. Good. Nice, and then lifting up, three-legged down dog, right leg. So just get into it. Couple knee circles once you're in three-legged down dog. All right, right foot comes down, knees come down. Where did we do the right foot before? Yeah, we're into the left foot. So the left foot steps up in between the hands. You're getting into that half split first. So as you shift the hips back, I know I'm kind of dark. I don't know why my lighting is stuck. So you're gonna come up here first, hands on the hips, come up into that standing kind of half split. It's a little tricky to find the balance here. But you're gonna take the left hand back behind, either on blocks, or if you can get it onto the ankle. And then you're gonna try to take that right arm up and over. So this is almost like a camel variation. Okay, 2 more breaths. Keep holding it. Last one. And then facing the front. Coming out of it is a little hard. Into that low lunge, into that kind of very relaxed runner stretch. And then you're coming to pigeon, hands come forward, left foot to the right hand, left knee to the left hand, coming down. Three more breaths, nice and long, let it go. Sink all the weight in the upper body. And then as you come up onto the hands, you're gonna come back behind you to the sides as you lift the chest, maybe staying here. If you wanna grab that back foot, you can. That front hand can come in the front just to kind of help you kind of support yourself a little bit. Or if you want to grab that back foot with both hands, I like to grab the ankle instead. Grabbing the foot's a little tricky. One more breath. And then three-legged down dog with the left leg. And then taking those knee circles. Good. All right, down dog. Take a nice vinyasa. Inhale, roll forward plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, right foot is gonna inhale, lift up, take it to warrior one. So step it forward, left heel comes down. Inhale to come up. Good. All right, so the hip points should be trying to face forward. The ribs aren't really arching out, they're kind of pulling in and you're lifting up at the same time, bending into that knee. Now, we're gonna take it into a little, it's like a skater's lunge. I think that's what they call it. It's like a skandasana, but you're not lunging all the way low. So I'll show you what it looks like first. So you're gonna go to the left, just like you do in skandasana. You're gonna lunge, but you're only going halfway and you're reaching the arms out to a T. So skandasana is all the way down here. It's just halfway. So from warrior one, you're gonna open up to the left, get into that skater's lunge. Now you're gonna face the back of the mat and get into crescent lunge, back of the mat. So as you face the back heel is gonna lift up, and you get into crescent lunge facing the back. Good. Go into warrior three, still facing the back. Right leg lifts, hands can come to prayer or to the sides, out to a T, out in front. Whatever feels okay. Good. Into standing split, still facing the back, dropping the hands, reaching that right leg up, decompressing through the back. All right, as you're gonna come all the way down, you're still facing the back. Take this right knee behind the left ankle and drop that knee to the ground. Come all the way into seated, and then you're in that seated twist position, so the left foot is to the outside of the right thigh. You can bring it in a little bit. We're twisting to the left, so the right elbow comes in front of that left knee, facing the left hand towards the front of the mat. And then as we go ahead and face the front, you're gonna grab a hold of that left foot with both hands, which is facing the back, and then stretching that left leg out and up towards the sky while you're holding onto the foot or the ankle or the calf. So that right leg is kind of like in a half half sukhasana. Skandasana. Good. All right, and then as you prop that left foot, you're gonna give yourself some momentum. You're gonna come up to a forward fold, and that right foot is gonna be behind the left foot, so the legs are crossed. So as you come up onto that left foot, take the right leg behind the left leg, and you're in just a cross leg forward fold. Good. Halfway lift, spin to the right. So as you keep spinning, you're gonna face the front of the mat. Feet should be uncrossed. Take a walk out to plank, chaturanga, vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Good. All right, left leg is gonna lift. Step it through to warrior one, right heel down. Coming up, take a moment here. Maybe shorten the stance if you need to. And then you're going to that little skater's lunge facing or turning to the right. So you're facing the right side of the mat. That right knee is bending, that left leg is straight, arms out to a T. Hold it here. And then facing the back of the mat into crescent lunge, spinning around, coming up, back heel up. Got it? Good. Warrior three. Lunging into that right foot, left leg lifts up. One more breath. Exhale, drop the hands, standing split, lift the left leg. All right, so as you bend that right knee, you're sinking this left knee behind the right heel as it comes all the way down to the ground. You'll come into seated. That right foot is to the outside of that left thigh. We're twisting to the right, so left elbow to the inside of that right knee. Looking towards the front of the mat. And then as you face the front, you're gonna go ahead and grab onto that right leg, right foot, right ankle, reach it all the way up, lift it all the way up, try to get a flat back. Pulling that thigh to the chest. And then you're gonna use that momentum of getting that right foot flat to get into that cross-legged forward fold. So left leg behind the right leg. Come on up. Sink it low. All right, you're spinning to the left to face the front. Walking the hands out to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. And dropping the knees and finding child's pose. Let it go. About 5 breaths. Closing the eyes. One more. Come back for down dog, making your way, no flow. All right, and then we're gonna drop the knees, take the right toes all the way over to the right side of the mat, take the left leg back, get into that right side tabletop. So you're here, and then grab onto that foot and really pull it back behind you. Now you're gonna try your best. I always say that, people, what? You're gonna come face the front, so right toes are gonna come back underneath you. And then hold on to the outside of that left foot and reach that left leg out to the side. Good. And then take that foot, bring it to the front of the mat. Lift up for warrior 3 with the right leg. And then half moon, drop the left hand if you're binding that right foot with that right hand as you're lifting up. You're coming up to chair pose, but you're crossing that right ankle on top of that left thigh. All right, while we're here, grab a hold, both hands, right foot, down. It's like a big toe grab, but you're holding the foot. Right leg pulls out in front as you come up to standing. Right knee can definitely begin. Now we're taking it behind for dancer pose, so just hold on to the right foot with the right hand, reach the left arm out in front, and lift that right leg. Good. Right foot comes down, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands, step or hop back, plank, chaturanga, up dog, exhale, down dog. Good. Couple flows from down dog to plank, to up dog, to down dog. So no chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward plank, upward facing, exhale, down dog. 2 more. Roll forward plank, upward facing, thighs are up off the ground. Exhale, down dog. We got 1 more. Roll forward, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. All right, drop the knees, left toes over to the left side of the mat. You're finding left side tabletop, right leg lifts up. Grab a hold of that foot, pull it back behind you, reach the front of the chest forward. Left toes are coming kind of back underneath you as you hold on to that right leg or right foot and reach that right leg. I have no room, but it's reaching out to the right. And then you're gonna take that right foot, you're gonna step it up all the way to the top of the mat. You're gonna lift up for warrior 3. And then you're coming into half moon, drop that right hand, but you're grabbing onto that left foot with that left hand. Kind of having that left knee point down and that foot face up. You're coming to that chair pose, that left ankle crossing on top of that right thigh. Doing your best to really sit and sink in the chair. That left knee's pressing down as that ankle presses into that leg. Good. And then as you lift up for standing, you're grabbing a hold of that left foot and you're reaching it all the way out. Good. Full breath in. And exhale, drop that foot forward, hold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands and take the flow, make your way back to down dog. Good. 3 breaths. Now we're going to add the chaturangas in. So roll forward plank, chaturanga, up dog, exhale, down dog. 3 more. Roll forward plank, halfway, up dog, down dog. 2 more. Last one. And forward folds back of the mat. Ragdoll, grab opposite elbows. Take some sways. And then dropping the hands, we're coming down onto the knees, standing on the knees. Coming up, and now you're going for that full camel now. So hands can stay back here, elbows pull back. If you want to stay in that prep of camel, you can. You can walk the hands either to the butt or to the thighs. Maybe one hand, maybe both. Which I like to pull yourself back a little bit and really lift up to the chest. Bend the elbows a little bit so you don't kind of really lock them out. A lot of people think like camel is like really like arching and just like does not do wonders for the back. You just kind of pull back a little bit. So we're going to do kind of the same feeling on the belly. So as you come up out of that nice and slow, you're going to come all the way down onto the belly. Maybe kind of like pull yourself forward. And then grab a hold of the feet. It's the same thing. Inhale, lifting up to the upward facing rope pose. Full breath in. And then exhale, full breath out. Reaching the arms to a T, windshield wiper the feet, left and right. And then extend the right leg straight. Right leg goes down. Left knee is going to come up towards this left elbow. And then really sinking the front of the hips down, relaxing here. If you want the leg to open up straight, maybe grab the toes. And the right ear looking over towards the left. Hey, you want to twist the neck in this one. So if that leg is straight, you're going to go ahead and bend that knee again. You're going to come up onto the hands just a little bit, or just kind of like arms. Arms easier. Right arm is going to come underneath, like thread the needle over to the left side. As you reach it over, you're going to open this left arm up and over to the right side of the mat, which is the left side if you're looking up. So you kind of got your way into a little spine twist, just a different way. And it is a little bit different. Kind of more on that right hip than you are on the regular spine twist. Got 5 more breaths. Let it go. Last one. And then this left arm is going to come back over towards the left side of the mat. You're going to unthread that right arm and then come back to laying on the belly. Send that left leg back. We're getting the other side. So arms up to a T. Right knee up to the right elbow. If you want, it can go straight. Or just keep the knee bending, bringing it forward. Relaxing that left foot, maybe the heel spins in. Taking kind of a little pressure out of the knee. One last breath here. And then as you come up onto the forearms, you're going to thread that right arm. No, sorry, it's the left arm. Left arm underneath you over to the right side. And then you're opening that right arm over to the left side of the mat. Into that little weird spinal twist. And about 5 to 7 breaths on this side. And last one. And then you're going to take that right arm back over to its own side. Left arm unthreads as you bring it back over to the left. You're going to slide that right leg back. And then we're going to take it to puppy pose. You're going to tuck the toes, press up, kind of neutral out the back a little bit. Arms reach forward. And then looking back towards the knees. And then last one we're going to do is frog pose. As you come down onto the forearms, we're going to open up the knees to the sides of the mat. I like to crawl the chest forward until I eventually come on the belly, and then both knees are picking up. If you want to cactus the arms, you can do that, or you can keep them underneath you. If you're not really all the way down and you're staying up, that's where the forearms come in handy. Holding it here. Same thing, about 5 breaths. Last one. And then as you extend the legs straight, just so you get it out of that frog position, you're going to come up onto the knees, come up onto the hands, spin the feet around, come to the lay all the way on the back, and then pull the knees into the chest. And we're going to wrap the arms around. The music stop. All right, coming all the way back. And then really hold on to the legs. Sway to the left, sway to the right. And then 3 pull-ups with the chin to the chest, chest up for the thighs. We'll do a happy baby, and then we'll call it into Shavasana. So up for 3. Coming down. Up for 2. Come down. And up for 3. Hold it here. One more breath. And then coming all the way down into that transition to happy baby. Exhale, fold the knees down. Sway it to the left, sway it to the right. And then legs are going to extend all the way up towards the sky. Fingertips are going to feel like you're grabbing onto the toes. And then a very slow exhale all the way down to the ground. Coming all the way down. Full body stretch once the heels touch the ground. And then exhale, we're going into that little Shavasana. And legs can open up into that little V. Arms can come down by the sides in that little V. Taking kind of the shoulders and the shoulder blades and dropping them down towards the heels. That's nice. Letting the breath go. Starting to take a nice big full breath in. Reach the arms, bring the knees in maybe. Roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles. And then we're rolling over to the right, taking a nice deep long breath in. And keeping the eyes closed, coming all the way up, pressing up to seated. Lots of movements in the shoulders, and the head and the neck. And then arms are going to reach out. We'll bring them all the way up. Palms come to touch. And then we'll lower them down to heart center and take a nice bow over our hands. Namaste. Thank you guys very much, as always. Coming to practice. We're on like the last days of being at home, so that should make a difference.